What's going on, guys? Just I'm going to talk about this briefly. So R. Kelly, you guys know Robert Kelly, the singer. He's been locked up for this SA abuse and misconduct, and that whole trial that happened. I'm like, okay, I covered it before, and yeah, he's still serving prison time. He's 55 years of age, but the feds right now, because he got actually they kind of advocated him to serve a quarter of a century. They want him to at least do 25 more years. And the crazy part is that he actually has to go to trial, I believe, in Illinois, and then he got one in Minnesota. Because remember, those are for like the same abuse crimes, and he actually in Minnesota he allegedly paid a teen, for sexual misconduct, all this type of stuff, man, or sexual use. It was super crazy, man. So yeah, they said the feds like he needed to be locked up for 25 plus more years. Federal prosecutors out of the Eastern District of New York won a conviction against Kelly last September, right? So they just pretty much filed their recommendation for his sentencing. Okay, his sentencing is supposed to be taking place in June 29th, but that can change relatively. But for right now, on paper, it's supposed to be June 29th. They said they believe there's more than enough reason to send him away for access of 25 years. So I'm talking about when you in the system and these judges, man, especially you have a hard nosed judge, they don't care. They don't care how much money you have. Like that's only can get you so far. Definitely, you are like the perpetrator. You're guilty. They gonna throw the book at you and sleep well. So you do not want to give them a reason to go ahead and lock you up. It's kind of hard to feel sorry for R. Kelly, but it says in the docs obtained by TMZ, the feds say Kelly's particularly menacing because of his history of enticing minors. Right. So prosecutors hold up the case of his relationship with Aaliyah. He sexually abused her when she was like 12, 13 years old. And at this time, this man was in his 20s. As they laid out in the trial, Kelly went on to marry her in an attempt to cover up that abuse and dodge criminal charges. So other reasons prosecutors want the judge to throw the book of at Kelly include his recordings of CP. You know what that is, right? So child, yeah, it was crazy. So in the physical and psychological abuse of women, of course, much of that was detailed in the surviving R. Kelly documentary. Things like Kelly making women call him daddy, he doing the violent spankings as a form of abuse, and if they disobey his rules, it's like a form of cult following he was doing in prolonged isolation as punishment. They also said Kelly knew that he had genital herpes. It actually was an interview that a woman talked about that back in 2004. He knew that he had genital herpes, but he still continuously to have sex with women without telling them. The feds are particularly concerned because they said Kelly continued to do all these things and heinous acts even after he's been arrested and gone in trial in 2008. There's this. We all know R. Kelly has an impressive catalog of hits. Yes, he does in music, and assault him of any I believe his musical talent assault him of any need to conform his conduct, no matter how predatory, harmful, humiliating, or abusive to others, to the strictures of the law. Add it all up, the feds said that why they're recommending the judge put Kelly behind bars at least until he's well into his 70s. He's 55 years of age right now. He's scheduled for June 29th. Man, so it's not really looking good for him in this moment. I know some R. Kelly fans maybe disagreeing. Some people think he's still innocent, but I mean the evidence is there. I mean the man, in his music kind of talk about this stuff. I mean yes, he's musically talented, but he still have a lot of demons that he has to cover, man. And it's gonna be interesting because I would love to follow this trial actually, get into more cases. So it's coming out in Illinois, then you have one in Minnesota. So we're gonna see, man. So you got a lot of these charges, 11 new charges, and it ain't looking good for your boy, man. But I just want to go ahead and do a little update on that, just in case anyone you want to have some type of information or just wondering, oh, what's going on with R. Kelly at this moment? I know he's still in prison, but is it looking like he's getting out at this moment? The feds that have the power and ability to do whatever they want. It's no telling if he's getting abused. I'm telling like, hey, he's getting to the law library trying to get the best lawyers he can. But once you're in that system, your life is pretty much revolves around people in these black suits. It revolves around people that you don't know, and you're in a cage with convicted felons, murderers, or even some brothers that even do anything. Y'all all in just one building, and you can't really go back to your normal way of life. You gotta go to bed whenever they say so. You gotta eat their food whatever they say so. It's ridiculous, man. So we have to really see how this is gonna go. I know mentally he's probably not holding up too well, but maybe he is, but he doesn't have any freedom. So But we're gonna see how this goes in the trial in Minnesota. If he's gonna face any more additional charges, but the feds are pretty much not on his side. They want him to actually do more and pretty much rot in prison. But that's all really I have to say. Y'all continuously like, comment, subscribe, share this video. I'll put the link in the description box for if you want guys want to read up furthermore on more information about this. But I really found like this was newsworthy. I'm out. I love you guys. Thank you. Deuces.